We begin, though, with Robert F. Kennedy Jr. on Capitol Hill today, defending his leadership as health secretary and continuing his criticisms of the CDC. Secretary Kennedy testified before the Senate Finance Committee today, saying that changes to the CDC were necessary because of how it handled the pandemic. Kennedy faced a barrage of questions over his vaccine policies, as well as the recent firing of CDC Director Susan Maneras. In a Wall Street Journal op-ed this morning, Maneras says Kennedy isn't reforming the agency, but instead sabotaging it. She says she was told to pre-approve the recommendations of a vaccine panel with people who have expressed anti-vaccine rhetoric. But Kennedy pushed back against that claim.
I did not say that to her.
So she's lying today to the American people in the Wall Street Journal?
Yes, sir. The scientists and doctors that are supporting me all over the country. There is division on opinion.
And CBS News congressional correspondent Nikole Killion joins us with more on all this. Nikole, one of the more controversial statements the secretary made today was when he said that he doesn't think anyone knows how many people died of COVID. Now, you spoke with Senator Mark Warner about that. What did he tell you?
Well, that really stemmed from a line of questioning that the Virginia senator had with respect to COVID deaths. So take a listen to his takeaways from the secretary's response.
The idea that this guy is in for 8 months as Secretary of Health and Human Services and doesn't know how many Americans died from COVID and won't acknowledge whether the vaccine saved everyone. This is the guy that's driving healthcare policy in America. This is insane.
Should he resign? So I went on to ask him if he thinks he should resign, and Senator Warner said yes, he does believe he should. He's one of many Democrats who do feel that, not just because of today's testimony, but given all of the upheaval at the CDC and throughout HHS as far as they are concerned. I would note, though, that Secretary Kennedy was given an opportunity kind of later in the hearing through some prompting with questions with Senator Roger Marshall, a Republican from Kansas, to kind of explain his position a bit more with respect to COVID deaths. And what the secretary said was, look, this is complicated. He also said, initially that he did think that the COVID vaccine appeared to be helpful. But again, he just said it was very hard to quantify exactly how many people died, and that he wasn't trying to be evasive by that answer, but just that is the reality of the data in his view.
And Nikole, Senator Bill Cassidy has been one of the few Republicans who has been vocal about his skepticism of Kennedy. You also spoke with him today. Is there a sense that there are any cracks in his support?
Oh, well, look, Senator Cassidy is quite interesting because he is the chairman of the Senate Help Committee, which is Health, Education, Labor, and Pensions. So he basically has oversight over HHS as well as the CDC, not Senate Finance, which is the committee that held the hearing today. And so I asked Senator Kennedy, what his next steps would be in terms of trying to conduct more oversight, as he has called for over the department and over the secretary. Take a listen.
Are you satisfied with the secretary's answer, sir? And will you call him in to testify before your panel?
Again, I'll right now, why don't we just allow what happened, the exchange there, to stand on its own.
Now, he said the exchange should stand for itself. What he was referring to is that he got entangled in quite a bit of a back and forth with the secretary over vaccine confusion, even going so far as to read letters that he has gotten from other physicians, because a lot of the guidance right now coming out of the CDC has been relatively confusing, according to some of these letters that he received. And he read those directly to the secretary and ended his statement by saying that he believes that vaccines are being denied to people. So this issue far from being resolved, but we will have to see ultimately if the senator does decide to call the secretary again before his panel.
All right, Nikole Killion, thanks so much for joining us today.